ASEANs. Another blockbuster movie franchise has an extremely large advertising budget and a marketing campaign encompassing many brand collaborations upon which we can spend our money. Rejoice! Hooray! Hi, it's Lucy. You may know me from other YouTube videos such as ranking Barbie movie brand collaborations, or some of my videos where I'm testing and trying all things fashion and beauty, or the video where I bought a portable bathtub. Clearly I contain multitudes, but I feel like I've been getting Barbie deja vu with all of these wicked brand collaborations. I feel like there's even more than the Barbie ones. I don't know how that could be possible, but I feel like that's what it feels like. They're all huddled together being like, what if we did Barbie summer again, but we made it winter, and also there's pink still, but now we also have green. And you know what? I respect it because, in case you're wondering, I do work in marketing. So like I get it because I have advertising, marketing, brain rot. But in case those qualifications weren't enough, I do have another reason why I am uniquely qualified. Wicked was actually the first musical that I ever saw, and it was what inspired me to pursue a role in musical theatre. Which I didn't actually do, but just so you know, if I were to go back on that path at any time, my dream role would be Glinda. Also, for anyone who is not aware of the story of Wicked, I will not be spoiling it for you in this video. And I'm just so excited for the people who think that Popular is a song by Ariana Grande and Mika to see that song also sung by Ariana Grande, but in its original context. And without further ado, let's earnestly engage in some marketing materials, which we will rank by my flawless ranking system. Starting from the bottom tier, we have TWMOTIHS, which, in case you weren't aware, stands for the wildest, most offensive thing I have seen. So this is taken from Cynthia Erivo herself, and this is for collabs that are truly bad. Bad, just bad. Then we have Not That, in brackets, brand collab, which is a reference to the song I'm Not That Girl, which is a song about wishing you were the right fit for someone. And that's how I imagine some of these collaborations would feel if they had feelings and they weren't like marketing concepts. They wish they were the right fit, but they aren't. Then for the middle tier, we have a Yellow Brick Road. Anything that goes in this tier is middle of the road. But everyone thinks I'm so funny. Then moving towards the top, we have Popular, which is referencing the song Popular. And I think all of the collaborations that land in this tier are likely to be popular. Then for the top tier, the most iconic tier of this video, I had to use the most iconic phrase from Wicked, which is the final refrain from possibly the most famous musical theatre song of all time. Everyone knows her. That's the ranking system, okay? So let's get this show on the road.
Are people born
Chefs.
or do they have
Cooking.
thrust upon them?
You're cooking.
I am.
Do, 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 do. Ding, 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 ding. There is a woman cooking. The deals are not the same. If you use my link or code, $200 you could save. It's minimal waste and thinking. Grocery shops or decision fatigue. HelloFresh is the one I use to plan my meals and eat. It's time to try considering a meal box. You should consider to buy a HelloFresh meal box, and you could make this noodle soup. Coming soon, delivered directly to you. This code works worldwide. Save up to $200 for your first 6 boxes and help support the channel. Of course, we're going to start this video off with the brand collaboration that is like the closest to the movie, because of course R.E.M Beauty is owned by Ariana Grande, who is playing Glinda in the movie. So, you know, high expectations for this collection, but I actually think it's really cute. I like the color schemes. I like the fantasy storybook vibe of the packaging. The names and the color choices are so good. They have the Elphaba stuff, they have the Glinda stuff, they have the eyeshadow palette, which is kind of both combined. I really like the iridescent under eye masks because they're like Glinda's bubble vibe. It doesn't feel like an afterthought, it feels really considered. Also, can I just say the merch here? They have like a small selection of merch, and I think it's also quite cute, and no spoilers for the rest of this video, but the small amount of merch here is significantly cuter and better than some of the fashion brands that have done like a full range of Wicked merch. So this, I do think this goes in her tier, and I'm really glad for Ariana because I would be sad for her if it wasn't good, you know? But is it as good as the Urban Decay X Oz the Great and Powerful collection from 2013? I mean, I don't know. I just wanted a way to bring up the fact that Oz the Great and Powerful exists. Has anyone seen, what a weird movie. Has anyone seen it? It's directed by the same person who directed Spider-Man 3, and I think that says a lot in terms of the vibe. You know when Peter Parker does that little creepy dance? That is like the entire vibe of the entirety of Oz the Great and Powerful. So excited for the new movie that is not that one. Next up, we're getting Wicked x Béis, which I'm getting Barbie flashbacks because Béis also did a Barbie movie collaboration, and I think this one might be even cuter. The iridescent aspect is just really special, and a lot of these marketing campaigns, you'll see that it does rely on this idea of like, are you an Elphaba, are you a Glinda, green or pink? So I am a Glinda, but I feel like the Elphaba suitcases in particular just look really cool. And honestly, I feel like it's a toss up between the top two tiers. I feel like they could really push it a little bit further with doing some details for like the lining of the suitcases, a pattern or something like that. And there is like a travel element to Wicked, I guess, of like the different lands inside Oz. And please tell me if they have already done that and I'm suggesting something that already exists. But how cute would it be as like a little extra with your order to get like stickers of the different like places around Oz, like Emerald City, Munchkin Land, as like retro vintage suitcase stickers, you know what I mean? Anyway, we're gonna put it in popular, but honestly, it could be either one. And it's just a really nice collaboration. Then we have some candles. Love a candle, love a melting object from Voluspa. I've realized I've never said that brand's name out loud before. Velosah. Nope. So one is an Elphaba themed candle, which is bewitching banyan forest scented. And the other one is Glinda themed, which is perfectly pink yuzu. And you know what? I think the packaging works. It looks kind of magical and whimsical. The scents also feel accurately, you know, inspired to both characters. I don't really have anything bad to say. I mean, I don't have a lot to say because they're just nice looking candles. So this can go in popular. Next up, we have the Wicked x OPI collection. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say I might be a little bit biased on this one because I have a personal history with specifically OPI collaborations. My mum is like a big OPI fan and we always like gift each other the polishes around Christmas time. And specifically the limited edition ones would always come out around Christmas time, around this time of year actually, which is when this comes out. So it's happening again. Really like the collection they did in 2013 for Muppets Most Wanted. In case OPI are watching, you should bring back the shade Kermit Me to Speak. That was a good shade. Anyway, there's a bunch of shades in this collection and I just think they've really nailed it. Pun not intended. Apparently there's a glow in the dark shade, which is pretty cool. They also have some themed press-ons. I don't know. I think it's really cute. And they have several different green polishes and I have to wonder if any of these are approved for use for the Broadway Elphabas. I don't know if anyone else is like aware of this or they're on the same side of TikTok as me, but the Broadway Elphabas are only allowed to paint their nails certain colors and they're allowed to have a green, but they have to be super specific on what green. And I'm curious to know if any of these greens would be approved for like real Elphabas to use. You know what, I feel like everything is going really well early on, but I am gonna put this in Hoa because I like it. I think it's good. Okay, now we have Forever 21 and you know what? This is the first of many clothing collaborations we're going to be covering in this video, and I probably won't even cover all of the ones that exist because frankly some of them I don't think are particularly interesting to talk about, but also I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of them that I will miss because I feel like they're announcing new ones every day. So let's lay down the groundwork there. Forever 21, I was ready to hate on this. I don't have positive associations with previous Forever 21 brand collaborations, but knowing what is coming ahead, what lies in wake for us, this one is pretty solid. There are pieces in here that I'm not really personally a fan of, but I appreciate that they have multiple pieces in this collection that are just not like the Wicked logo. I understand that fans do want stuff with the Wicked logo on it. I assume, I don't, but I assume some people do. So I'm not gonna be like ban on all logos, okay? But some of it does look better and more special than others. So I appreciate that they have them like rhinestoned or glittery in this collection. And just a heads up, we're gonna see a lot of Wicked logos today. But you know, they do have some Glinda and Elphaba inspired pieces that don't just say like Wicked across the honkers. Like, I think that deserves some credit. It's not all my personal vibe, but I respect that there is some, like we're taking it somewhere. There's some cute styling in the campaign with like the green gloves and the green tights. Like, I think that's quite fun. I do think the sports jerseys are actually quite cute. You know what? I think this goes in Yellow Brick Road. I was thinking about putting it in popular, but then I was like, I I don't actually think it's like that good. I just think it's better than maybe some of what is to come. So then we have this collaboration with Conair, and when I was prepping for this video, I only saw the green like Elphaba stuff, and I was like, oh, that's like, it's cool. But I'm now seeing that they also have a Glinda range, which is like pink and gold, and I didn't know that existed, and I just found out right now as I'm filming. I initially was gonna put it in Yellow Brick Road. I have learned this new information. I was slightly tempted to move it up, but I think it's still Yellow Brick Road. I mean, is it, or is it better than that? Okay, here's my thing. I don't really care much for having like the brand logo on the hairdryer. It doesn't really do a lot for me. It actually is sort of like mildly off-putting. But looking at the price range of these, this curling iron is apparently $23 US. Like, I haven't tried Conair like hair tools, but that is really affordable, and it's also pink and fun looking. No, you know what? I'm gonna stick to my guns. I think it's like the top of the Yellow Brick Road. Like if we're looking at the road, like the middle of the road, it's like a little bit on the good side of the road, but it's still in the middle. Is that mean? Maybe. Here's the thing. This is not the only hot tool Wicked brand collaboration, surprisingly. There is another one, which is this one from Shark. And I just really like this one, and maybe it's my double Venus placements making me accidentally bourgeoisie, because obviously I know the Shark one is like a more premium brand than Conair in terms of the price point, but like it's the same vibe as like the Béis luggage with like the green with the iridescent purple shift. It looks so special and magical. But I do prefer like this more subtle approach, because then it kind of feels like it's, you know, the item and the experience first, and then the promotional like merchy aspect second. It's more like, oh yes, this is my gorgeous hair tool, which is actually also part of the Wicked collaboration, and it was limited edition. Do you know what I mean? Rather than like it having Wicked on it. It stands on its own as like a beautiful object without the Wicked of it all. But maybe people like that. I don't know. Look, this is my ranking, okay? You make your own. Sorry, that felt really confrontational. I take it back. I'm not good with confrontation. I think this is pretty. And I think this goes in popular, because if you didn't have a styling tool that you liked already and you were thinking about investing in one, like wouldn't you want this one? Because it's like so pretty and cool. Okay, Wicked X Crocs. Once again, I'm getting flashbacks to the Barbie of it all, because they did this Barbie Crocs collection. And up front, okay, I want to get one thing clear. I wear Crocs. I have a pair of Crocs. I have the Mega Crush sandals. I wear them, okay, pretty frequently. And as the weather is warming up, they're only gonna get more wear out of me. So no one come at me being like, you know, I'm biased against Crocs, okay? I'm not an anti-Crocs campaigner. I think they're fine. I just think that sometimes the collaborations they make are ugly. I also like my Crocs naked. I don't put gibbets on mine. If my Croc were a person, it would be in a nudist colony, okay? And we would all be accepting of that, especially me, because I'm putting my foot inside the naked Croc, who is now a metaphor for a person. Questionable. So I appreciate that they have like the Wicked gibbets. I would not get the gibbets, but they are styling the special Crocs with the gibbets, and I think they look ugly. There's something about the furry Croc strap that I find a little spooky. That's on the Elphaba one. The heeled Glinda clog, I actually kind of like. I wish it was all the iridescent color. If they did an iridescent like Croc, just like a plain one, that would be so cool. Yeah, I like want to get around it, and I hope that that intention of mine is clear. I want to get around it. I just simply can't, and they have to go into, oh my God, I'm gonna put them in the bottom tier. No, they can go in not that brand collab, okay? They can go down there, that's fine. Now we have the Wicked X Cambridge Satchel collaboration. I feel like I front loaded all of the nice stuff, and now I'm being kind of evil. Here's the thing about this collaboration. I love that it's real leather. I love that it's this company that's sort of renowned for quality. I like that we aren't going logo or brand heavy, but I feel like the colors are a bit odd. Is it just me? The colors look really like bright and like intense, as opposed to more like muted or like jewel tone color. Do you know what I mean? Am I losing it? High chance that could be what it is, because I have been looking at Wicked collaborations for literally hours. I mean, I don't know. I'm not the owner of a successful leather goods brand, and the people who own Cambridge Satchels are, so I probably don't know anything. I think the trunks that they have are the cutest. Like those I quite enjoy. The rest, I'm not that into it, which is wild, because Wicked does have like a university setting, and this preppy collegiate vibe like does fit into that. Like it really makes sense as a brand collaboration, but I just don't I'm just not as wowed by it as I thought I would be. So maybe I'm being harsh, but I'm just gonna be real with you. I think this goes in not that brand collab. Alrighty, diving back into some of the clothing collaborations, of which there are several. Let's look at Aerie's collection, which half of this collaboration is giving lazy vibes. Like they're just putting the Wicked logo on existing designs. Oh, that's what it seems like to me. Just whatever. Yeah, that kind of seems like most of it. I think the only thing that I like is the printed boxes. I think those are kind of fun because they're also like pajamas. Like pajamas, let's like have fun. They're pajamas. And I wish there was more of that in this collection and not like all of just the graphic t-shirt. But overall, unless I'm missing something, I think this is not that great. So I'm gonna put it in not that brand collab because kind of who cares. Okay, another Barbie collaborator has returned. This is Aldo with a shoe collection and also bags again. And I remember being pretty impressed by the Barbie collaboration, and I think this also looks pretty cute. I really like the Glinda strappy heeled sandal with the little like wand detail on the heel. Like yes, thank you. And this is what I like about these collaborations, is that they do like fun, interesting, different things, but you can still wear these and not have them look like super costumey. I mean, at least to me, like they're just cool shoes, you know? I think that particular style of shoe is the standout. The pink Glinda handbag with the butterflies it's pretty cute. You know what? Having a peruse, there are a couple of things here which I'm not obsessed with, but overall, I think this is strong. I think it's cute. The different versions of the bow shoe, they do like the black and green one for Elphaba and then like a pink one for Glinda. I think that's a really nice execution. And again, these all work on their own as their own thing without it being like a Wicked merchandise piece. So for that, I'm gonna put this in popular. Next up, we have this from Target, which technically isn't, well, it is a Wicked collaboration. It's Target X Paul Tazwell, who is the costume designer for Wicked. And I've seen a couple of the interviews and like featurettes about the costume design for Wicked. I'm so excited to see the movie and like see all the costumes and all, you know, on the big screen. All of that to say, what is this? I just don't, like, Paul is so talented and I just don't see where any of that really is in this collaboration. It's so logo heavy. There are some cute things here for like children, like children's costumes. I appreciate the accessible price point. I appreciate the variety in logo merchandise, but I don't get it. I'm gonna put this in not that brand collab. Hey, what is going on at H&M? Like genuinely, what is going on? This is the Wicked H&M collection. And this is just like, hey, is that just the Balenciaga bag, but you just put the Wicked logo W on it instead? Hey everyone, what are we doing? Who is this for? I don't mind some of the graphic t-shirts, like they're fine. I respect that they're not just a logo, always good to see. But if you did want a logo, don't worry, they have those too. So they're leaning into the more like edgy goth Elphaba side of things, which I respect, but I just think, okay, Elphaba's costumes are still quite like fantastical and whimsical. She's not like a Berghain brutalist architecture goth. She's not utility vibes. She's like a whimsical witch goth. There's this one top that's kind of interesting. I don't really know how it ties in to Wicked at all, but hey, sure. Honestly, I kind of feel like H&M should have done the Paul Tazwell collaboration. Like they've done designer collaborations before and they've been really successful. And obviously like a costume designer, like that would be different. But if they did like some like kind of commercial, ready to wear, Glinda and Elphaba inspired clothes, you know, more of the direction that Forever 21 went, like I think that would pop off. But yeah, you know what? Maybe crazy of me, bottom tier. It's just so not fun. And Wicked is fun. So I want to talk about the Gap Wicked collection really briefly, because Gap also did one for the Barbie movie and I remember not liking it because I think this is so much cuter. So it's like the Gap hoodie, but they've got like a little witch kind of silhouette instead of the A, and they've got ruffles on the shoulders and they're in these really cute like acid washed dark green and pink colors. They also have some like low effort graphic t-shirts that I just don't care about. I'm not super excited about it, but I'm not as offended as I was with the Barbie collection. It feels a little bit more thoughtful. So Yellow Brick Road. I think we are finally down to the last fashion collaboration, and this one's kind of wild. It's from an Australian brand called Camilla, and I don't know if you're familiar with Camilla. I have personal law with Camilla. I would say it's most popular or most known for its like resort wear, so caftans. Specifically, there was a bit of a craze when I was in my senior year of high school. I should clarify, these are like fancy, like expensive caftans. They're like bedazzled caftans, but they got really popular when I was 16. And so everyone was wearing these like caftans to like our school formal, so like prom or homecoming. And they were so popular, and they have like different prints that people would like organize to not wear like the same printed caftan to the formal. But they're a pretty iconic Australian brand because they have a very distinctive style. So these are some of the looks for the Wicked collaboration with Camilla. Super maximalist, very like pattern heavy. Yeah, they're like super over the top. You know what? Can't hate, because you know what I've been saying about all of these clothing collaborations is I've been like, they are boring, and they have been. They've all been really boring, and this is something different. And they're designing original patterns with like elements from like the lore of the movie. I have to respect it. I do. I really like this print in particular for this dress. And you know what? Maybe a bit of a weird take, but the print design kind of reminds me of like Japanese like Lolita fashion with like the print. Do you know what I mean? It's not to everyone's tastes, but I respect it. And so you know what? I'm gonna put it in popular because, you know, it's artistically fun and interesting. It's kind of giving wearable art. You know, it's a very specific aesthetic, but I have to give it props because it is not just the logo screen printed onto a t-shirt. Then we have Monopoly Wicked Edition. And you know what? Here's the thing. There is Monopoly for everything, and you only need one set of Monopoly in your home, right? Let me know if you have multiple. I just want to ask you some questions to understand your psyche. But basically, if you're only going to have one and you want it to be cute and Wicked themed, sure, Wicked Monopoly, Yellow Brick Road. So then we have the Wicked collaboration with Beekman 1802. Beekman 1802 is a skincare brand. I haven't tried anything from them. As much as I am a skincare nerd and I do have a full skincare spreadsheet, which if you didn't know that existed, now you do, I will link it below. But this is, yeah, it's actually quite cute. There's some fun pimple patches. There's a pink and green biphase like mist. There's pink and green soaps. I like the apothecary type vibe. Again, I feel like that ties in to like the Wicked universe. I think collaborations with movies and TV shows like this, I think they're honestly the strongest when they pick something that can like fit into that world and that like makes sense for that world. So going for like that apothecary vibe, like that so makes sense for Wicked. I always think things like this make for really great gifts coming into the holidays because they're utilitarian. Like they're something that you can like use up, which is useful. Using things is useful. Big brain. I think this can go into popular. Okay, next up is the Eddie Crocker collaboration. So these are the cupcakes and cake pops. And I've seen the people on TikTok doing this where they're getting the same color on repeat, which if you didn't know, it's like a mystery box. And depending on when you mix the batter up, it turns green or pink. I think this is so fun. Whoever thought of the idea is so smart because even like the concept of like mixing it up and it magically changes color, like it's a magic concept. It ties in, they're witches, it's magic, fun, playful, edible, magical themed. It's an activity, thematically works with the movie. I'm a fan. I think this goes in popular. I want more collaborations like this. This, please just do food. Maybe I just like food. Maybe I'm just hungry as I'm filming this. Then this one, Great Value Macaroni Cheese x Wicked. I believe this is the Walmart brand macaroni cheese. You thought we were done with the color changing foods portion of this video? No. This one is kind of unhinged because what works well and is cute and charming for a cupcake or a cake pop suddenly becomes very unhinged with macaroni and cheese. And of those two mystery colors, neither of them are considered to be stereotypically edible or enticing. Insane. I love it. I love it. I actually think this is top tier. This goes straight into Hoa, in my opinion. I am here for silly marketing. Like, why play it safe? Imagine being like, honey, what's for dinner? And then being like, oh, my sweet, it is the Great Value 2.05 ounce Wicked Mystery Color Macaroni and Cheese. Oh, you thought we were done with Wicked makeup collabs? No, we have another one, and it is the One Size Beauty Wicked collaboration, but this is actually specifically not with the movie musical Wicked, it is with just the stage musical Wicked. And I suppose that's how they got around that, because this is still being promoted and being sold at the same time as the R.E.M beauty one. Kind of smart. The swatches of the eyeshadow palette look really nice online. They're doing a Glinda glitter setting spray, which I think is really cute. The brush looks like a broom. I know the packaging is in line with One Size's style a bit more, but the packaging is very much just the playbill poster, which I get that it's like a collectible thing, and I think for collectors, people would enjoy that. I'm not as excited about having that in my vanity as something like inspired by like the universe of Wicked, more like the R.E.M vibe. This is Yellow Brick Road. And again, I realize it's not for the movie, but I'm gonna include it because I think people would be rightfully confused to think this is also related to the movie because of the timing of it all. Then we have Stanley x Wicked. What do you guys want me to say here? Like their cups. One is a pink cup, one is a green cup. You know what? I think it's kind of mid. I think they've done better collections because like the Love Shack Fancy ones were so pretty. These are good too, but they are just cups. So Yellow Brick Road. Wicked movie Squishmallows, sure. So funnily enough, looking into this, I actually found out, I think this is really funny. Maybe it's just because my brain has devolved into thinking things about Wicked brand collaborations are funny. What is this video? This is not the first, you know, Wicked Witch of the West and Glinda Squishmallows. This is actually the second round because they just did some for the Wizard of Oz, like anniversary something. There are now 2 Wicked Witch Squishmallows and 2 Glinda Squishmallows, and they are different, but they're not that different, but they are different. Sure, Yellow Brick Road. I don't know. I have no strong feelings. I have brain rot. And with that, that is my ranking of all of the Wicked collaborations for Wicked Part 1 coming in cinemas soon. I am not being paid by Universal Pictures, but hey, my email's in the description, so. But stop, Universal Pictures executives, don't leave yet because I would like to share some of my ideas that I think you should do for maybe Part 2, which comes out 364 days after the first one. So, you know, I just feel like I'm kind of shitting on some of these ideas, so I feel like it's only fair if you get to shit on mine. First idea, green tomato sauce or ketchup if you're from the States. They did it for Shrek, so we know it can be done. Why not do it for Elphaba, okay? And you know what? I don't know what ended up happening with the pink sauce lady, but like, hey, maybe that could be Glinda sauce. We could do green sauce and pink sauce. Hey, so you guys won't actually believe this, but they did this for Barbie. And it wasn't in the video I did about Barbie, but they did do that. But just so you know, I still thought of this idea in my own brain. So everyone loves sauce. The next one I thought was an original idea, but it turns out it may not be because it might already be happening. And that would be Wicked x Swarovski. So Ariana Grande was just named like the new promotional ambassador for Swarovski. They've just been doing like the ad, it's really cute. So I just think it is a natural fit. There's lots of things in Wicked that would make for, you know, good jewelry inspiration. Doing some little earrings that are inspired by Glinda's bubble. That would be so cute. Okay, and then last up, this is my big idea. I think this will be the big money maker. So one of the main settings and scenes that we see in Wizard of Oz is that big field of poppies. Now I'm not sure how it's gonna work into Part 1 or Part 2. Now it may take a little bit of setup to get started and some dodging of, you know, legal regulations, but I think we can have a really great, successful, large-scale production of hair. Let me know if you agreed or disagreed with any of my hot takes straight from the land of Oz. Get it? Because I'm Australian. And if you're new here and you had a good time in this video, then consider subscribing because I am actually really cool and funny all the time. I'm never not cool and funny. Every video is a 100% banger. I'm trying a new thing. It's called positive self-talk. Do we like it? As always, thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye.